What's up, guys? My name is Cliff with the Creators Cup, and today we are going to do a review on the Fedu FM40 wireless microphone system. This wireless microphone system is very similar to the Rode Wireless Go. It also comes with a lavalier microphone, extra cables, a bag, and a box. Now that we have that out of the way, the reason you actually click this video is because we are going to give away this system. These two microphones, which actually cost slightly less than $100, so yeah, maybe we're being a little cheap, are going to be given away in this video, and all you have to do is comment down below, say, I want the microphones. Now there is one catch. There's a good chance that I might break one of these today. And if I do, well, you guys can have this Rode system. And to be honest with you, they're about the same. The Rode Wireless Go microphone system is really, really good. The Fedu FM40 system is also really, really good. The difference? This is less than $100. Outside of price, there really isn't a whole lot of difference except for this is a UHF signal and the Rode is a digital signal. UHF will not cut out as quickly as digital, but it can get a little background interference. So if you're worried about your signal just dropping a little bit, but you want to keep the voice, say for a wedding, you just want to make sure you don't lose it, even if it does get a little interference, then this is going to be much better. Whereas a digital signal will be perfectly clean, but if there's any interference, it will just cut out completely. As far as range, they're pretty comparable. We were going to actually take these and do what everybody else does and just walk across the yard and see how far away we can get, because they claim 100 feet with these antennas pushed in, and then 265 feet if you have the antennas folded out. But we're in Ohio, and right now in Ohio, if you look at our current security cam footage, we just had a blizzard. So I'm not going to do that. The reason we might break these microphones is because to get a range test, I'm actually going to send the receiver away instead of the transmitter. And how I'm going to do that is attach it to this little Zoom H1 and attach that to a Mavic 2 and hope it comes back. So let's go ahead and get this range test out of the way, and then we'll come back in and do a sound check and the rest of this if we still have a system when we're done. Turns out we figured out why they provided a lanyard, or at least we're going to show you in a second. We're just going to attach this to this Zoom field recorder real quick with some tape and put it on this drone. Just see what happens, see if it works. All right, here we go. We're actually on. Now this is saying vision only, and I think it's because of the magnet, but we're going to see if this thing can even lift off. We're airborne. Let's see what kind of range we can get. So right now the distance is 6 feet. So let's just use that as our gauge. We're now at 24 feet, still going, 39 feet. Oh, it does not like me very much flying with this much weight. 74 feet. There's 130 feet. Now this is with interference, so I would expect to have some issues because this is running on DJI's system. Let's go ahead and make it a little extreme for a second. All right, now we're at 186 feet and we're climbing 255. All right, now we're at 300 feet, which should be beyond their range. I'm assuming we don't have a signal anymore. According to this, it says we still have a signal, but I don't really believe it. So let's keep going. So yeah, the drone does not like to land whenever you have something under it. The sensors tell it that it's trying to hit the ground, and it gets a little crazy. Let's get this stuff inside. So it looks like the mics actually made it through it, and the range was pretty good, comparable to what they said. I'm gonna have to listen to the sound, and I'll put notes in there whether there was any kind of interference as it was flying. This brings me to my next point with this system, is how lightweight these things are. They don't weigh hardly anything. I think it's like 30 grams or something crazy like that. They are super, super lightweight, again, like the Rode Wireless Go. These are not for everyone. So if you were trying to do ultra professional work, these are not your microphones. But to be fair, neither is the Rode Wireless Go. You're going to need something that is higher end for something like that. And frankly, I wouldn't trust wireless microphones more than you have to. but that's just me. Now, one of the features that this has outside of just the built-in microphone in the top, it also comes with some accessories. So you get a bag, a couple charging cables, which is nice that they give you 2. You get a cell phone and camera adapter for TRS and TRRS. And of course, my favorite thing, which is it comes with a lavalier microphone. This alone is $20 or $30 if you were to buy it on Amazon. So this is definitely a bargain. You can plug this directly in to the actual transmitter and then use this instead. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just use this like a straight up transmitter and put your recorder somewhere else. You can put a shotgun mic or one of these type of mics made by potentially a competitor into it and then use this microphone instead. You don't have to use the one that's built in. So this system really is dual purpose, and that's great. You could also transmit, say, audio signals from a keyboard or something if you really wanted to. So it is a very versatile little setup. Another cool feature with this, these things are both magnetic. Now, that might be something that you think is kind of pointless or not necessary, but actually that could be really handy if you're in a pinch, say for a wedding, and you want to put a microphone pointing at someone. You can just slap this thing on the side of a post and at least you'll get some sound. It might not be perfect, but it's a good emergency backup sound, or if you run the cable to the right place, it could be your clean audio. Really, the only other things we have to cover in this video, because I don't want to waste too much of your time, because I'm sure one of you would like to win these things since we thankfully did not break them, is the battery life, which is about 3 to 4 hours, maybe a little longer, but there's another feature there. You can have it plugged in via USB while you're using it, either with a portable power bank, or you could plug it into a computer or just a wall charger. The next thing I want to do is actually go into our audio booth and just give you guys a quick sound check to show you what they actually sound like. And we'll compare it to the Rode system, and then we'll compare it with the lav, without the lav. So let's go do a test in the audio booth now. It's gonna be a little dark and it's a tight space, so I don't know how good the camera's gonna look, but you'll get to hear the audio. And then that should pretty much wrap up this video. Okay, this is straight out of the FM40 microphone, and I'm actually in an isolation booth right now that has echo reduction. So this should give you a pretty good idea of what the clean feed would sound like on this FM40. So next, we're gonna do the Rode Wireless Go. And this is the same exact volume settings, and this is the Rode Wireless Go. Now, to be fair, the volume might be adjusted slightly different on the Rode system versus the FM40, which has 2 separate volume controls, one for the FM40 receiver and one for the transmitter, which is pretty cool yet again. But this is the Rode microphone. Again, this is the Rode Wireless Go microphone system, and this is what it sounds like. You guys can be the judge. Now we're going to go back to the FM40 and we're going to add a lav and then a little on-camera microphone just to try those differences as well. Okay, so now we're actually testing out the FM40 on a little on-camera microphone. So this is by plugging in a different microphone to it. And one thing I want to point out, if you guys happen to hear just a touch of whistling in the background of any of this, it's because I had the receiver or the transmitter too close to the recorder itself, or they were too close to each other. So keep that in mind, especially if you're out doing a wedding and you want it to sound perfect. Make sure you use the length of your cables to keep things separated. So we're going to go ahead and switch now to the lav mic and see what that sounds like. Okay, now this is what it sounds like with the lav microphone or lavalier microphone that was included with the FIDO FM40. This is the lav microphone and this is the raw audio from it without any editing whatsoever. And again, this is what it sounds like. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys real quick just while we're here. And I know this lighting's really bad and we're on a GoPro, but if I get these close, so make sure you keep them far apart, because if they get close together, and sometimes even these things can interfere with the cabling depending on how good they are, you can get a little bit of a whistle in there. So definitely stretch them out, set them far apart when possible, or at least just keep the antennas away from it. This is the same with the Rode Wireless Go. We actually shot something on the Rode Wireless Go, got home and only realized that there was a ton of interference because the way it was sitting too close to something. Make sure you plug in your headphones and listen before you decide you're just going to go with something and then not actually heard what it sounds like. There might be some just terrible little hum in there, and it could be some minor interference like this, or maybe it's a video transmitter that's sitting too close to these mics or any other wireless microphone system. So let's get back in the studio real quick and we'll talk about the giveaway, because it appears that the FM40 system did survive this video. Well guys, thank you for watching this video. And remember, if you want to enter in the drawing for these microphones, all you have to do is leave a comment below, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, and well, Actually, we probably won't know if you did half that stuff, but we'd really appreciate if you did. But do make sure you leave a comment, because that is your official entry. Just say, I want the mics or something similar. If you guys have any questions or anything that you've noticed about this system, feel free to let us know in the comments below. We will update our pinned comment to reflect anything that we learn after we post this video. Outside of that, give it a thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.